Hello and welcome to Therapy School. My name is Susan Wallace and I'm delighted that you're here to join me today because today we are on the topic of building a successful and a sustainable coaching and therapy practice. But the way that we are going to do it today is what I would like to call a minimum disruption model, because a lot of my students and a lot of my graduates, even though they would dearly love to have a full-time coaching and therapy practice, they just can't. For the simple reason that they have families or a career, or they're already working within the therapy industry. Maybe they're a psychotherapist, or they are a counsellor, or maybe they're a complementary therapist, and their business is already quite busy doing what they already do. So they don't have an awful lot of time to start building out their therapy practice. So what we're going to do today is what I call a minimum disruption model, where let's assume that you only have 1 day per month where you can actually see clients. And let's say 1 day per month, possibly a Saturday, and you can only see clients maybe 1 evening per month. I don't know about you, but I know that Wednesdays are usually that day during the week where a lot of people are free between, all the different things they have to do with kids and work, etc. So let's assume that they're the only times that you can actually devote to seeing clients. Now, starting out, believe it or not, that's more than enough. Now, the next thing that we really have to think about is how much income, pre-tax income, would you like to be able to earn per month by just working one day per month and 1 evening per month? Now, I'm just going to round it up for convenience sake, and I'm going to pretend that I'm psychic and guess that you'd like to earn in the region of €1,000. It's a nice round figure, because if you are at that stage of your life where you have a mortgage, like most of us do, let me do this right. Then €1,000 is a nice amount of money, because it's probably going to help you to meet your repayments on your mortgage, etc. So let's assume you want to earn €1,000 per month by actually using the skills that you've learned on your double diploma in hypnotherapy and mind coaching. But actually, before we go any further, I have some news for you. I've taken all of the last month off and I've been very quiet. You won't have found me on WhatsApp or Facebook or social media because I've been really busy. What I've been doing is figuring out what is it that coaches and therapists really need as they move into not just a new decade, but into a world that is really so focused on digital and technology. So the double diploma in strategic hypnotherapy and mind coaching is being transformed into a triple diploma in strategic hypnotherapy, mind coaching and online therapy, because I see that there is a real need for coaches and therapists to be able to offer their services in the online space. Now, you might be saying, Susan, that online stuff is not for me. I hate technology. I can't figure out Facebook, WhatsApp even. I even struggle with WhatsApp. And I'm listening and I understand. But just because you haven't figured it out yet doesn't mean that you can't. And even if you never want to have anything to do with online coaching and therapy, and even if you've got lots of fears around it, bring it back a bit and think to yourself, how nice would it be if you could connect with your clients between sessions, connect with them by phone and check in with them and give them just enough mind coaching to help them get through whatever's going on in their life, so that they don't fall back, so that when they come and see you for the next session, they haven't fallen off the wagon. And how nice would it be if you were able to actually teach them some of the fundamental skills from positive psychology, cognitive behavioral therapy, NLP, rational emotional behavioral therapy, how good would it be for them if they were able to do some of the things that you as a therapist and a coach take for granted? So that's the reason why the double diploma is becoming the triple diploma. Now, if you have already graduated with me, well then, I don't want you to feel that you're going to be left out, because you know that's not the case. You will know by now that I have built my practice on a very simple philosophy, which I like to call grow by giving. So if you have already taken any diploma course with me, you know, that is my big diploma course. If you've taken that with me, then I can promise you that you are welcome to join me online next year and participate in, in the 30 online lessons to give you your diploma in online therapy. Now, you're not going to be burdened with tons of new things to learn, because the way it works is we take everything that you've already learned on the double diploma course and we pare it back, we strip it down so that you're able to offer simple but highly effective and very short coaching sessions to your clients online or by phone, okay? And also, this is also preparation to help you maybe to build out a short online course for your clients, as an example. So, you know, that means you don't have to constantly keep going over the same things over and over again, because you know how it works. When a new client comes to you, there are a certain amount of basics that you just have to cover with every single person. We call it psychoeducation, and these are the basic skills they need, the psychological skills they need to be able to better manage their thoughts and their feelings and their actions. So wouldn't it be great if you were able to put those interventions that you love into a very small and short coaching package and give those to your clients? How much more value would that offer to your existing services? How would that help you to position yourself better within the marketplace? And, you know, what doors and opportunities would that open up to you? Anyway, that's my big news. So, the one thing I forgot to tell you is that, of course, this will be completely, free. Let's try and write here. There will be no charge whatsoever to you if you have already attended my diploma course. So that's my gift to you here at the start of another new year. Okay, where were we? Okay, so where were we? Right, so let's crunch some numbers then on our minimum disruption model. You want to earn €1,000, so let's just keep the maths really simple. One of the easiest ways to earn €1,000 working as a coach and a therapist would be to simply offer a coaching and therapy package that costs €250. So you might ask yourself, how might you do that? Well, the simplest way to do that would be to just offer a single session. Now, if you are training with me, you'll know that I'm not actually a fan of the single session approach, for the simple reason is that I firmly believe that the habits of a lifetime, that although hypnotherapy and the mind coaching are so very powerful, that we can erase the effects of those habits of a lifetime, that really to sustain change over time requires a longer approach. But the evidence speaks for itself that when a client comes to us and they are already committed to quitting smoking and they decide to go cold turkey, then more often than not, a single session of smoking cessation therapy will work. A client who comes to you who's got a fear of flying, well then, time and time again, you'll discover that one single session of really good therapy that goes very deep will help them to fly without fear and to stay calm, relaxed and comfortable throughout that situation. For those of you who are with me on the current diploma course, you'll know that one of our students that we have nicknamed the lift lady had a dreadful fear of lifts and was unable to get into a lift and to use a lift because of something that had happened a very long time ago, around the time that her nephew was born. You know who I'm speaking about. And this amazing lady experienced therapy. I think we must have done a 1-hour session in class. And you know that I'm the kind of therapist, I like to go and test the therapy and make sure that it works. Well, it was very convenient that we were in the Merino Institute and I was able to take her in the lift and she was able to ride up and down the floors on her own, and since then has been absolutely fine. So one single session of good therapy with a little bit of backup can work wonders. So we can also add then simple phobias. So simple phobias is not that, the person is simple. It's not that, it's not that it's something that you can just poo-poo away because it's unimportant. It means that it's highly specific to one particular situation. In the case of this lady, it was lifts, and it was lifts and elevators. So simple phobias would be lifts, elevators, spiders, dogs, cats, all that kind of thing. What other single sessions approaches might work for you? Well, exam nerves is a really good example. Of course, that's tends to be seasonal work. So that's the kind of work that would be really coming into its own February and March, around that time as students really begin to knuckle down and prepare themselves for their examinations. So that would be another one. What else? My mind has gone blank. I tell you what, weight loss. So weight loss, single session can work really well if you're tackling something very specific. So let's say I'm a client, right? And my challenge is the mid-afternoon slump. And let's say that every afternoon I have a can of Coke, Diet Coke, full sugar Coke, who cares, but a can of Coke and a Mars bar or a Snickers bar or 10 biscuits or 3 cups of coffee or whatever. If a single session of therapy designed to remove problem foods would be highly effective. So what we could call that then would be sugar addiction. Or problem foods. Now, this is just a few examples of the different kind of therapies that you could offer as a single session. So you can see now that all you need are 4 clients coming in for that single session in order for you to make €1,000 pre-tax per month. Okay. Now, the other thing to remember is that because you are on a double, soon to be triple diploma course, you might not really feel comfortable asking for €250 for what amounts to an hour and a half, maybe maximum 2 hours of your time. You might feel that it's insufficient that to charge that amount, or you might feel that it's too much. That's something that we're going to have to talk about. But one of the things that you can do is, it's not that you're going to just have your clients for this one single session, but that you can also offer them some backup, and that backup can come in the form of some mind coaching. And what I would suggest is that you do this by telephone or online if you're comfortable with it. And what you'll do is you'll check in with your clients at a specific date and time after they've come for their session, and you will check to see where they're at, and any challenges that they may have, you'll be able to deal with them in that short mind coaching session. Now, mind coaching sessions usually last for 15 minutes maximum, and that's really about helping your client get back the focus that they need if they've drifted off center in any way. Now, you'll see that this kind of therapy here will work really, really well if you're doing something that I think is so very important, and that's always testing for outcomes before your client leaves your therapy room. If you can do that, if you can be there with your client and help them to step out of their comfort zone, if you can help them to manage any anxiety or trepidation that they may feel, and if you can get them to do the thing that they really want to do while they're still with you, then I promise you the chances of them actually failing or falling are greatly reduced. So that's why these single sessions can be highly effective. The other thing I would say to you is, this is a really fair price for what can only be described as a priceless service. Because ask yourself, if you had a fear of flying, how much would it be worth for you to be able to go on an aeroplane and visit those people that you love dearly but that are living on the other side of the globe? We can ask Lift Lady, and I think we did so in class, how much would it be? Is it worth to you to know that the next time that your family are in Paris and they're all heading up the Eiffel Tower, that you can join them, and all those other beautiful places that you've missed because you couldn't get in the lift? This kind of therapy is priceless. And the thing is, you're not leaving your clients stuck. So if for any reason your clients should have a setback, well then what you can always say to them is that if for any reason you do need more coaching and therapy, you're very welcome to come back. I will see you. I will only need to see you for 1 hour sessions. So therefore the cost will be whatever. Now, I don't know what you're planning on charging. Maybe €75 for the hour, maybe €100 for the hour. You know, that's something that you're going to have to think about. And since we're on the topic of strategic pricing, maybe we should actually think about, how do you position yourself in the market? You know, how do you find the price point so that you know how much is the right price to charge your clients so that you get the maximum number of clients and still offer outstanding value and service. So what I would suggest is to do some local research, do some competitor research, and find out who are your direct and who are your indirect competitors. And basically figure out or find out how much do they charge, what kind of say packages or services are they offering, what kind of aftercare, what extras, free extras do they offer. So when it comes to free extras, I'm talking about, well, from as a hypnotherapist, as a mind coach, the kind of extras that we can offer and that you can offer by taking the triple diploma course is MP3s. So it could be a confidence recording, no fear, healthy eating, etc, etc, etc. Now, I'm not expecting you to go out and start doing all of these things yourself. If you're already enrolled on my double diploma course this year, well, then you'll know that you have access to, what is it called? The Earn While You Learn course. And that gives you all the scripts and strategies for offering a therapy package in smoking cessation. Yeah, where's it gone? Weight loss and weight management and confidence. And so I've done all of the hard work for you. You've got all of the scripts, you can download those. Now, the other thing is, when it comes to MP3s, I've made loads of them over the years, and a lot of them have been made available to you. So coming soon for you is the hypnogastric band. If you've already trained with me and you've done the double diploma course, somewhere in your emails you have access to the hypnogastric band, and there you'll find that I have recorded a number of different MP3s, which you are very welcome to replicate and to offer those to your own clients. So you can see for €250 how you're able to really offer an outstanding amount of value. So let's take a look at this €250 package. So for example, what we could have with that is a 2-hour we could offer a 2-hour coaching and therapy session. With that, we could offer three mind coaching sessions. So that's not going to take you more than 30 minutes, 45 minutes to actually deliver those to your clients. Let's just get rid of some of this text here. Anyway, you get the gist. And then the other thing that we could offer with this might be a self-hypnosis or creative MP3. So this is where you invite your client to listen to an MP3 that's really focused on that positive outcome, that includes a lot of confidence suggestions and motivation, and that kind of maybe has an exercise there to really help them to manage any superficial anxiety they may feel as they continue to push themselves forward in life. So that, and you know, technology is absolutely great until it fails, and it tends to do that every now and again. And of course, it's not really the technology, it's user error. I should have saved my whiteboard as I was going along. I didn't. It's crashed and I've lost my notes. But not to worry, although I can't share those notes with you, I'm sure you understand where I'm going with this. Now, of course, you may not want to just offer a €250 single session with the mind coaching extras to your client. You might have the kind of clients that would prefer a slower approach. And really, when it comes to good therapy, it's not really us therapists who decide the approach. It's that collaboration that we have with our clients. So let's say that you decide to offer your clients a 6-session approach for their particular challenge. Now, this could be anything from relationship difficulties, fears, phobias, weight management. It might be confidence, it might be anxiety, stress-related conditions, all kinds of things. So what I would recommend that you do is to start with the first session, and that session generally speaking, will last around an hour and a half, maybe even 2 hours. And the way that I approach therapy and coaching is that when my clients call me up and they're trying to figure out whether to book therapy and coaching with me or to go to someone else, what I tend to say is something like this. I don't know exactly how many sessions that you will need, but generally speaking, most clients need between 3 and 6 sessions, and we won't really know until we get started together. Now, the way that I structure things is like this. The first session will last for 2 hours, and that will cost €200. And every session that you need after that will last for 1 hour, and the cost will be €100. Now, I can promise you that if I'm the right coach and therapist for you, you'll notice a remarkable change straight away after our first session together. And then I say something really simple. Would you like to go ahead and book? Okay, so that's how I structure it out. So first session, that's 2 hours, and that's going to cost €200. And then session 2 be 1 hour, that's going to cost €100. And then we're going to copy that. I'm going to copy that for, say, 6 sessions. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sessions. So then looking at this as a structure, session 3, 4, 5 and 6, looking at this as a structure, that would be 1, 2, 5, 6, that would be €700. It doesn't bring you up to that full €1,000 pre-tax per month, but there again, you're not going to see this one client for 6 sessions over that month. So this approach would be different. So what you're doing here is you're enrolling if you can enroll 1 client per month, then you'll have that client with you on a journey for the next 6 months. And if every month then you're enrolling a new client, you constantly have new clients coming in and old clients who are beginning to finish their coaching and therapy with you. Now, how do you find good quality clients? Well, one of the things that I highly recommend to you is that you run a workshop. Now, some people are terrified at the idea of actually running a workshop, but it doesn't have to be difficult. Doesn't have to be difficult. What you need is a workshop formula, and that is a way to give great value, to demonstrate your expertise, and most importantly of all, it's to really understand the symptoms and the problem a group of people have that all share one common challenge. So I would suggest to you to run a workshop and to have a specific theme. So maybe, for example, this month you might decide to run a workshop on weight loss. Now, you're not going to call it weight loss. You're going to come up with a lovely title that's going to make sense to your audience. You know, long-term effective weight loss. You might even want to do it on the hypnogastric band as an example. So if you're doing it on that, then you could have the hypnogastric band. Everything you need to know, and run that workshop. Keep it short, maybe about 30-40 minutes would be sufficient. If you are on my diploma course, Then one of the things that I will be doing with you shortly, we'll be doing it online, is I'm going to share with you my workshop formula. You know, a lot of coaches and therapists, they shoot themselves in the foot. They focus on the wrong things during a workshop. Basically, they alleviate symptoms. People go home feeling a little bit better for a few hours, and then the old problems come back and they go, it didn't work. That's exactly what you don't do when you run a workshop. So on the workshop formula, I'll show you exactly how to create a really good workshop. It doesn't have to last more than 30-40 minutes, but it's designed to put you in front of those people that will make great clients for you. So if you run a local workshop, you might even decide to run it free of charge. You might want to set up a joint venture with some other organizations or community groups in your local area. You will be able to find about 5 or 6 people who would be willing to invest here in your coaching and therapy package for that specific problem. Okay, I'm only giving you the example here of weight loss, but look, you could do this for so many different things. Exam stress, driving test nerves, confidence, anxiety, what else? Lots of different things, public speaking, you name it. But the thing is, you get a group of people that all share one common challenge, you bring them into a space, and then you use what I call the workshop formula. And that allows you then to bring clients in here into your 6-session approach. And if you enroll 6 clients in, say, 1 month, you're going to be extremely busy. You're probably going to have a waiting list, but that's kind of you pretty much sorted out now for the next 4 months. And that's you hitting your target income of, what did we say? €1,000 pre-tax every month by just working one full day and 1 evening per week. So I think I'm going to leave it there for now, and I hope you've got some value from this free training. If you have any questions or anything you'd like me to answer, well then don't hesitate to get in touch. You can reach me as always at hypnosisacademy.ie. Go and check out our new triple diploma course and see what's on offer and see how it's different, whether you've actually trained with me before or not. It doesn't matter. And if you want access to some of the other trainings that are available, don't forget to sign up for the triple diploma course. If you're a current student or a graduate, don't worry, you too will be getting your diploma in online coaching. It will all be made available to you at the same time it's made available to the students on the next intake. That's it for now. If you have any questions about the course, you can call me directly on 086 343 2992. I hope you've enjoyed this free training. I'm sorry I can't share my whiteboard with you. I can share this one single page. Next time I'm back with you, which will be next week, I promise I'm going to save it as we go. Okay, so goodbye for now.